Hey, hello everyone. How are you doing today? Guys, this one I hope hits home for a lot of people because I have talked about this a lot recently with friends, family, that kind of acquaintances, that kind of thing. So that is why I chose to do this one because this one goes on all the time. And after we come off a holiday weekend, it seems to be very high that this is happening. Okay. Why comparison steals your joy. Guys, I learned a long time ago to not compare myself to anyone. And I'll get into a little story on how I came about that. But it has made my life a lot easier now that I don't compare myself with other people and just realize that even on the outside, even the most perfect things, most perfect people, most perfect families, whatever, are not perfect. All right. So I'm going to give you a little story here and that'll kind of, so there was this mom that I had been watching that seemed like she had it all together. They were doing the horses. They had a really what looked like a very happy family, kids, they were all into this, right? And I was like, that is who I want to be. That's the way I want to be. Da 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 da. Okay. Well, come to find out, and tell me how many of you have been like, oh, when you find these things out. So I had watched this family, this person, this mom for a while, right? And I was like, oh, they just have it all together. This is what I want for me and my kids. This is how this is what I'm going to idolize right here, right? She wasn't famous by any means. She just appeared to me to have it all together. Her makeup was always perfect. Her hair was always beautiful, always very well dressed. Her and her family looked very happy. Her kids were very well behaved and, all of that. And I'm like, that is what I want to be, right? They did everything as a family. Well, lo and behold, I was scrolling on Facebook. I was friends with her on Facebook, scrolling on Facebook, and come to find out, I find out that her and her husband were getting divorced. This is where it took me back because they appeared to be perfect on the outside, but yet they still had their underlying things that created them to be divorced. Now, I don't know why they got divorced or anything like that. I just know that they were divorced. And I'm not criticizing divorce, okay? But that was the biggest eye opener to me was when I saw this person that I kind of idolized. They didn't know I idolized them or anything. When I saw this person that I idolized was getting divorced, it gave me a sense of, oh, even the most perfect thing on the outside is not the most perfect thing on the inside. Okay. So that is why comparison will steal your joy. I'm going to call out the elephant in the room. If you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, you're never going to be happy with who you are. And that is why your joys get stolen. It's never going to allow you to be different than anyone else because you're trying to be just this image, this perfect image. On the outside, this gal that I was idolizing, her life looked perfect. They had looked like they had all the nice things. They had all the nice trucks and trailers. They had all the nice horses. They had all the nice tack. They had everything. They had a beautiful barn, a beautiful acreage. They had the money to go with this. They had the kids. Their kids were doing all this with them. But deep down on the underside, there was still something that was imperfect about what they were doing, even though it appeared to be perfect to me. Okay. So this is why I say comparison steals your joy, because in my life and in my fight and in my journey, every time I have hit into something financial where I've asked for financial advice, the number one thing that everybody tells me is to sell the horses. Nope. Sorry, that is a deal breaker with me. There is one line that I will not cross. And that is the fact that I will not give up these horses because they bring me so much joy. They bring my family so much joy. They bring my family together that I will live like a frugal pauper. I don't care about the house. I don't care about the outbuildings. I don't care about any of that. The only thing I care about is that I have pasture for my horses to eat on and that I can have them with me. Okay. So when people look at me and say, give up the horses, you'll be so much financially better off. Will I? Will I be better off? Because it is what breathes life into me. Okay. Into my family. I shouldn't say breathes life, complete life into my family. We are a pretty big unit, but it has brought us together as a family. So I refuse. And people don't understand that because I do not fit in the box that they want to put me in. I do not fit in the whole be financially responsible box. And you know what, guys? I don't care. I will go to the nursing home on Title 19 as long as I can enjoy my horses and my life right now. All right. But guys, I have been showing you, if you follow me at all, I have been showing you how to live frugally, that you can have your horses and still live a decent financial life. I'm not saying you're going to have millions of dollars to retire on, but I am saying you are going to live your life while you are here on earth. And that is what God wants us to do. He does not want us to live our life after we are not here on earth. He wants us to spend time with our family. He wants us to do what brings us joy. And if you are comparing yourself and your financial life and your marriage and your motherhood and all of that to someone else, always, you will never be satisfied with where you are. So guys, with that said, get on over to my Facebook group. I'm going to show you how to have the horses and live the life as that you want. The link is in the description of whatever video that you're watching. Grab that, get on over there, and I will be showing you how it works. All right? You guys have an amazing day. I'll see you soon.